acceptance of the following gifts to the district.
We have, as you can see on our agenda, again, a reflection of our generous community. Lots of donations in front of us tonight, primarily for two initiatives. One is Challenge Day at Chilton High School, under the vision and the leadership of Mr. Mike Arndt, who has sort of been the motivator behind this. And the other is for the Chilton Archery curriculum, which also has been under the motivation, I believe, of the fire department and Mr. Arndt. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Arndt and let him talk to you about these donations. And if we have any of the donors available in the audience tonight, we have the press here who would like to get a photo.
That would be fantastic. I'll start with Challenge Day here first, because that was up on the agenda first. Last year, I was offered the opportunity to go to Kiel High School, where they hosted Challenge Day. Not knowing much what it was, I was told it was more of a leadership type presentation for the school body. We were offered to take about 20 kids with us over there, so we got kids signed up to go. We later found out that it was a little different type of a presentation, very powerful and impactful, and to the fact where we couldn't bring the kids there because you have to have a guidance counselor who's in the building with these kids on staff during that time also. So they didn't allow it to be in a different school. So I got to go to this and be a part of it, and it was, in my 8 years of teaching, it was probably one of the most powerful presentations that I've been a part of. It's all about breaking down barriers, cliques, groups. It's the community is involved with it. They start out the day, they bring in a group from California, and that's where they come from to do this, and they started it. But they sent in a pair of people in, and there's 25 adults who they asked to be a part of the day. And I'm hoping that you folks would like to be a part of this. December 7th, we'll be doing it. But we're looking for 25 adults, and it will be, hopefully, again, you folks can make it, that'd be great. We also have some donations from some of those organizations to help us out. We're hoping that some of them will have some members join also, some faculty administration. But you get there early, you meet with the Challenge Day people, they tell you what the day is all about, and it's really, it's as much of a day for you as it is for the kids. But you come in and it's all about icebreakers, breaking down walls and barriers, and they don't care who you're with, but they do all these different icebreaker activities. You end up hooking arms and dancing with kids from on the backside, and then you'll do some chair activities, and it's really fun. But anyways, the whole day you're going. They talk about the people having 10% of showing 90% of the 10% of their actual iceberg of who they are, and they just try to bring down the water levels a little bit so everybody can share with each other. But throughout the evening, they do all these different types of activities, and by the end of the day, it's super powerful. You have kids that are in there talking about apologizing to kids for what they've done before to other people. And when I was there, I had a girl who was sitting there said that she was actually suicidal. She had thought about it within the past couple months, and that somebody was there, man, I'm here for you. If you ever need anything, I don't care. And they did these activities where if this has ever happened to you, they had you do things, and the kids, it was unbelievable that they saw other kids have this stuff happen to them too. They weren't just the only ones. And we had these groups, and they're just like, I never knew anybody else had this happen, or I was in the same boat. So anyways, it was a super powerful event. I'm so glad I had the opportunity to go. Once I went there, I knew it was something that I thought we should have here, or try here, and these organizations are helping make it happen. So that's challenging, and again, I hope that you folks will be interested in being a part of it that day. The archery curriculum, yep. So Bradley Winkle over here is in my FIED class with me last year, and we have had an archery curriculum as long as I've been here. And in our FIED 10, we focus on lifetime activities, and that's one of the activities we do. And some of the equipment we have has been around for a long, long time, and it's starting to show. It's all recurve bows, and the strings are worn down, and it just a lot of the arrows have a hard time fitting on the bows and everything. So anyways, it was getting to the point where we needed some updating. talking to Bradley, I know he's very involved in the outdoors, in hunting and everything. I asked if he knew of any organizations around the area, me not being from the area, that I could go talk to about possibly donating, and it went from there. Literally, that's as far as it went. Bradley went home and talked to his father, who's involved in a lot of the outdoor organizations and in the school and the community, and you can see what has been generated just from that conversation that I had with Bradley and his dad. It's been phenomenal. So I'm actually certified through NASP, which is the National Archeries in the Schools program, and we are looking to purchase some compound bows that are meant for not hunting, just target shooting, okay? And we have some equipment here also with the targets and the quivers and everything else. So we're looking to update the bows and the arrows to make it more suitable for success for our students while they're shooting archery. So they've been phenomenal, and we're just, I'm blown away by what has been donated to us just through a conversation with a couple people. So it's really amazing. So I'm really hoping we could get a picture taken with them, if that's okay. Mr. Wingo? Bradley?
We don't need to be broken.
Usually it's a handshake, if you want to go in. And you can stand and say.
You want me with it, or do you want me with it? I'm around.
Your wife's gonna wanna see.
I can take a picture if you want to be in there.
I didn't want to be in it. Rich get his head out of the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good job, Bradley. Boy, the man.
It's incredible what a few well-timed conversations where they can lead to.
No, it really truly is,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
And you teach this curriculum along with Mr. G, is that
Yes,
correct?
correct, yep,
Thank you.
yep, absolutely.
Just one question, Mr. Ryan.
Yep.
With the donations, are you still short funds to replace all?
Yeah, the goal is around, for a whole set of everything. So when I was at Elders, we brought this in there, and it was around $4,000 total. But that was, we have some of the targets here, so that wouldn't really be needed. A lot of the stuff is also meant to be shot indoors. That's the beautiful thing about it. The bows and the arrows, they won't scuff the floors or anything. They're made for that. So with our 5 and 10 curriculum, when we get to the second and third quarter, you can't go outside because of the elements, obviously, and shooting. So we're still a little bit short, but we're pretty darn close.
Thank you.
Yep. Can I hand you the adult participation invitation? I'm sorry, we just have to pass through it for the challenge day if you guys are interested.
Mr. Arndt, how much more do you need to reach your goal for Challenge Day?
So Challenge Day, I got the opportunity to talk to the Lions Club, the PTA, obviously what you saw in the Optimist Club, which I have not heard from them. We're roughly around $300 to $400 shy yet.
Okay. So you're getting there, you're close.
Oh, absolutely, yes, yep.
Great.
Okay, moving on then, consent items.
You need to accept the gifts.
I'll make a motion to accept the gifts as presented. Second.
Got a first from Mr. Colby, a second from Mr. Kreider to accept the gifts as presented. Any questions or comments?
That's right here.
Hearing none, all in favor, then signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Now moving on to our consent items. This time, if there's anything on the consent agenda, board members would like more discussion or to take them off, that'll be the time. Hearing none, I would be in motion. Got a first from Mr. Bailey and a second from Mr. Brickle to accept the consent consent items as presented. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, then signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries.
Oh, that's great.
Next on our agenda will be our superintendent's report. Dr. Martin.
Just one item to report on. I think the, invitation and the welcoming of our new staff is certainly good news in and of itself, but this is information that I received from Mrs. Poppenroth, dated September 10th. She said last night, the music department at Chilton High School hosted a WSMA adjudicator training workshop. The event brought about 10 music teachers from the area here to be trained as solo and ensemble judges for the district and state festivals. As part of the training, there is a chance for participants to judge actual student performances. We had 8 students from both middle school and high school give up themselves and their time. They each performed a selection that would be performed at solo and ensemble, and then were critiqued by these 10 people. Tim Werber from WSMA asked what I had to promise each of them in return for doing this, and I said absolutely nothing. In fact, I had too many student volunteers for what we needed. These kids handled themselves with grace, professionalism, and confidence under a very high-pressure situation. I'm hoping if you get a chance to see any of these students that you let them know that how well they represented Chilton Middle School and High School. One of those students is sitting at our table this evening. The other students, and I may need help with a few names here, Isabel Kupf, Tessa Rudig, Jenny Polzy, Sophia Guerin, Nick Kapitsky, Emily Sante, Maddie Hebel, and Dominique Beagle. So thanks to all of those students and Mrs. P for letting us and sharing that good news with us. That's my report.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Martin. Next is the president's report.